What's going on, everybody? It's Clint from the Die Hard MMA Podcast. This is odds.com. Click the link below to watch this week's episode, UFC Vegas 20. My boy Lock of the Night joins me. We have a real good time breaking down the fights. Hopefully we found some good spots to make some cash. Good luck on all your action this week, and thank you for the support. Next fight coming up, we've got a bantamweight fight. Vince Cachero taking on Ronnie Lawrence, and I already have a bet on this one, Lock, man. I want to hear your take, and then I'll chime in at the end.
Yeah, I think I know what your play already is here, but this is one that I need to dig into a little bit further because I feel like I'm not getting the best read. So with Ronnie Lawrence, obviously we get a guy that's very mobile, likes to fight from the outside, kicks a lot, throws a lot of spinning shit, and then when he wants to, he can go out there and get the takedown and do some good work from on top. That's what I've just been seeing as of late. On the flip side for Cachero, I feel like we almost have to throw out that Jamal Emmers fight, given that it was a short notice fight, a weight class above as well. You can clearly tell when they're in the cage as well, too, that he's just having a tough time dealing with the strength and the size of Jamal Emmers there. Still manages to get off a ton of strikes, which is impressive, but I still think that he was kind of struggling with the outside work that Jamal Emmers was throwing at him from like the teep kicks up the middle and just the striking from the outside. And that's kind of like Ronnie Lawrence's bread and butter, right? Like he fights from the outside, uses his kicks quite a lot. And then when he needs to, I feel like he has decent fight IQ in terms of taking this fight to the ground when he needs to. Also, one thing that I like about Ronnie Lawrence is it seems like he's just like jumping around from gym to gym to get as much information as possible and get as much looks as possible. Most recently, down at Sanford MMA, which is doing wonders for a lot of people, right? Guys are going down there and just improving their game. Jared Gordon last week, Phil Hawes last week, right? Like Sanford is definitely a nice little hotbed for guys that are looking to rejuvenate their career a little bit. And that's weird to say for a guy like Ronnie Lawrence, right? He's still young, doesn't have that many fights, was a Contender Series alum, fought in LFA once, I believe it was. I like what I see from him, and I like the fact that he's able to mix it up. Cachero, on the other hand, it seems to me, again, I got to dig a little bit deeper, but it seems like he's mainly a striker, and it seems like he was struggling a little bit with the range fighting from Jamal Emmers. And then earlier, I believe the guy that he fought on like 24 hours notice, it was kind of skeptical that he just got taken down pretty much immediately. And then it seemed like that guy was gassed, just trying to hold down this Cachero. So I lean Ronnie Lawrence. Minus 155 isn't a horrible line given the advantages I believe that he has. If Cachero is able to stuff takedowns, if he's able to kind of like hold his ground while Lawrence is dancing around, and whenever he tries to close the distance and get his strikes off, if Cachero just stands his ground and just returns pretty much every single strike, like the fight that it kind of reminds me of would be like Jessica Ai against Viviane Araujo, where Araujo is just on the outside, picking him, potting her shots, and then Jessica Ai is just standing her ground and throwing combinations back. If we see that type of approach from Cachero and he's able to stuff takedowns, yeah, I see a path to victory for him here. But from what I'm seeing, the light tape that I've done on this fight, I lean Ronnie Lawrence. I will dig a little bit deeper, but I'd love to hear your side of Cachero and why you think he's worth that dog money.
Okay. Now, real quick, man, before I jump into that, the chat is kind of blowing up here. It seems like there's a bit of trouble with the lag, and I'm hoping, Cynthia, I saw you in the chat. I don't know if maybe there's something that you can do about that. Guys, I do apologize. I'm literally streaming the podcast in YouTube as we're doing it. I'm not having any buffering issues, and I know a lot of people.
I was looking at that too.
I'm trying to test it out to see if it was something that was a problem or not. So maybe everybody just try and give it a refresh. Refresh your page, see if that'll work, or head on over to Twitter. We've tweeted out the link. You can watch it on Periscope. Maybe something's going on with YouTube because I definitely have high-speed internet. I promise you guys, as a streamer, I have high-speed internet. So I'm not sure what the deal is. It looks like the chat is split. About half of you are saying that it's great, and then the other half of you are talking about buffering. So I apologize. If you got to bounce and watch the replay, that may be your best option. I don't want you to leave, but at the same time, I apologize. We're not seeing the stream, and I'm definitely not seeing the lag. If I can live stream and view the live stream on YouTube at the same time without it buffering, it's not on my end. So I'm not sure what the deal is.
Yeah, no, I tried checking it out on my side too. It seems like it's 100% clear, but not 100%. Again, I'm not sure what the fix is here. Not a big tech genius.
No idea what the issue is. So I apologize, guys. Like I said, if it keeps giving you a problem, check it out. We're on Facebook Live. We're on Twitch. We're on Periscope on Twitter. So check out, those other sources instead of on YouTube, and maybe that'll fix it for you. And if it doesn't, we will be posting the replay, as soon as the show is over on odds.com, so you can always check it out. And unfortunately, just won't be able to be live for it. I hate to say that, but that, might be the fix for you tonight.
Am I the unlucky bug here? Am I the one causing the rift?
Hey, if it's working for me and it's working for you, and we're the two doing the streaming, I don't know.
Only so much we could do.
What's going on? Maybe it's Jacksonville's own. No, I'm just kidding, buddy. Love you. Thanks for hanging out on the show.
Looks good on my end. Yeah.
Okay, so Cynthia's saying pop out and pop back in. So we're at a good stopping point, Locke. I'm going to pop you out, man, and see if that does it. Let's see here. Watch this. Be gone. All right, there we go. And we're back. And we're back. live streaming, baby. You got to love it. There's nothing you can do. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Exactly.
All right, man. So what I'm looking at here on this one, Vince Cachero is 7-3, and I found it interesting that he is 1-3 in his last 4 fights. Like that doesn't sound great. You're coming in to the UFC, and you've got a rough run and kind of a tough record, but they give you another shot. To me, unless they find you somebody who they're willing to step on, they're using you to boost somebody else. I think they see something in this kid. And he fights out of Factory X, which is a really good gym. That's not a gym that we need to be overlooking. And this is a kid that I really like what I see from his overall game. He's super heavy on his feet. He hits really hard, sharp boxing, walks his opponents down, and he can sleep people, man. If he connects, he's got some big-time power in his hands, and he's got really good counter wrestling, strong hips, and he's a guy that when he does get taken down, he's aggressive off of his back. We just saw fighters that were in not control positions that won fights. This is the kind of guy that can do that. He's going to Tony Ferguson light you up from the guard with his elbows if you do manage to get him to the ground. And Ronnie Lawrence is a guy that I'm still just not quite sold on. I mean, he's training out of Sanford MMA, which is great. He does have a good takedown game, especially with that body lock. He's got excellent use of the underhooks. He does look for trip takedowns and things like that. But that's the exact kind of thing that I've seen Vince have a whole lot of success defending. And when we talk about takedowns, as well as I do, wrestlers, you want to have the lower hips. Yeah. That's where Vince Cachero is going to have the advantage, being the shorter, stockier fighter. Usually I like taking the taller, longer man. I like that advantage. But when you're reliant on your grappling and your wrestling, it kind of turns into a disadvantage to be the bigger, taller guy. So I think that this is going to be a fight that Vince Cachero is very, very live in. And on top of that, he's fought a much higher level of competition. I mean, he does have that knockout loss, but that was to our boy, man. Like Vince Cachero, let me pull his official record up here so I can make sure I'm quoting everything here correctly. So his losses came to Casey Kinney, who's just destroying the UFC right now. Like this kid is on a rocket ship headed up towards the top. And then he has a fight with Jamal Emmers was the last one, which, he lost the decision to Jamal Emmers, but we know how tall and long and how good of a grappler that guy is. I mean, even in his losses, I feel like he is impressed. And the fact that he's seen that next level, he's fought those higher caliber guys. And, Lawrence pulled the upset his last time out on Dana White's Contender Series, and now he's the big favorite. Like, oh, man, I like going against Dana White Contender Series guys. I like fading them their first step into the UFC. The fact that Cachero is both the underdog and has the higher level experience, I'm going to take my shot, man. I'm on Cachero here.
I'm never going to bang on somebody for taking an underdog shot, right? Like you can obviously that the public is on it as well too, because I believe Lawrence opened up at -185. Now he's down to -150, -155. So I get the love for Cachero, but I might have to do a little bit more digging on my end to see what you're seeing here.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that. And hey, man, we talked about it, right? Underdogs have been hitting at like a 40% clip so far 2018. Yeah. So underdogs are the way to roll right now.
They are killing
and I'm getting getting requests to rub the bald head. There you guys go. Have at it. We got 250 live viewers right here on Monday night. Thank you all very much for hanging out with us for this one.